I joined Ray Charles out of Tampa, Florida. That's how I got with Ray. When I was working at a place called what they call it now, the Club Rails on Central Avenue. The way that happened was his manager came down to see me because he had been hearing about me. And he came up to the table where I was sitting because I was too young to have alcohol on the table. And they had permission to bring me in the club and I could perform as long as there was no alcohol on the table. And so he come up to me and he said, "Hi, son." And I said, "Hi." He said, "Do you mind if I sit here with you for a minute?" I said, "Okay." So he sat there with me and for a minute started talking, he introduced himself, but he didn't tell me he was Ray Charles' manager. He said, "You know, you got quite a show there. I'd like to take you on the road with me." And he said, "Is there any way I can take you on the road with me?" I said, "Well, I think you have to talk to my grandma about that. I can't just up and go because I was still in school." And by that time, Mr. Walter saw it. He came over and asked what was going on. So I told him this guy wanted to talk to me, and he was asking me about taking me on the road with him. So he said, "Well, you have to talk to his grandma about that." He said, "Can you arrange it?" And he said, "Well, who are you?" He said, "Well, I'm Ray Charles' manager." Everybody jumped up and said, "Ray Charles' manager?" And that's how I got with Ray. I got a break with Ray, and when we came down to Tampa, the little place we was playing at had bandstand was about this high up off the floor, pretty good sized bandstand. We was sitting up, and I heard somebody banging on the floor like this. And I turned around and looked. That was Mr. Wash, standing with the 2 tickets up in his hand like this. And I didn't look back after that. I ended up going on the road with Ray when I was 15 years old. And I haven't looked back since.